Hey guys, I'm Greg Flood. I've got a little dirt moving company, G&S Groundbreakers. It's kind of got out of the corporate job that I had, company job that I had, and time to do something else, time to move on. And I've always wanted to get into some construction work. We farmed growing up, but my dad, we all had a pretty good sized farm back in the day. And I decided to take a little bit of money I had, invest it in this, to see where it would take me. And I would like to get an excavator. I really enjoy. I can get in it, get some work done, and wake up in the morning and excited to go to work. Well, this is just a skid steer. Now, I'm still learning. You think you kind of know some stuff with a little common sense, but there's so much out there that it's escaped me over the years from where I used to figure things out quicker. But I did some research around, and I bought this back in December. It's a 2022 John Deere 325G. It does what I needed to do. It was a low hours machine. There's times that I wish I had a little bigger one, but then there's times it gets in situations where I feel like it's probably too big. But I try to take jobs that are, I'd rather do driveway builds or rebuilds. And this project that we're on here, it's a pretty good sized project. A young couple building a home. This is a shop pad that I built yesterday. It's a little rough. This clay, these big rocks around here has some issues. I did throw a track yesterday. I try to be careful. I do try to be careful. I just put these tracks on a few weeks ago. The other ones, they had about 750, 800 hours. I'd like to got more, but building this house pad over here, it was 108 loads of rock clay, and those tracks, I guess, had enough wear on. A rock got up inside one of them and broke the bands. It did something, but it started throwing tracks, and that's another something I had to learn, because that's pretty hard to put back on. But anyway, so I went ahead and bought new tracks and sprockets, and I put them on. Me and a buddy of mine put those on, and so I called myself being careful. And yesterday, I guess one of these large rocks got into the sprocket when I turned. Usually when I'm turning it, it threw this track off. It didn't come off the sprocket, but it came off the idlers, the front and rear idler. You got to have a pipe, put them on, and of course I didn't have it in my truck. I had cleaned my truck out, but being a little bit mechanical that I am, I was able to use a small pry bar and work them back on. This is house pad that I started on, it's been several weeks ago, but as you can see out, this was strictly pasture land. So there's about a 1,500 foot drive that I built from the entrance of the gate to here, stripped this down, put all the clay in here. We ended up having to build this west end up higher, obviously, because of the lay of the ground. After several truckloads of fresh dirt, we're going to have this. It's going to be beautiful. The guys came out. I'm just doing this for the contractor and the owner, so I don't do anything but just the dirt work. I did come in after the blocks were laid and spread the concrete rock, getting ready for the plumber to come in. The groundwork was challenging because the eyes will make it look like it's level, but there was such a drop off, it looked like I was getting too high on one spot. And in reality, I was still about 8 inches low. So it was easier. At that point, the builders said it's going to look fine because they need to go up like 3 blocks here. Anyway, true transparency. Sometimes I can get a little carried away in driving my rig, and you forget that you're getting close to something. As I was up into this house pad here, we can see over here, my backup camera has got to where it won't work. It'll work for a little bit, then it goes out. Well, I rely on that camera, and I thought I was within my means as I was doing a little back dragging here. Actually hit the top of the wall here. Knocked off the L blocks, and these other ones are loose. So anyway, it's not a big deal. They got to come back and finish the end of the block. There's still a lot of stuff, and they said that's not an issue. I did the same thing over here, but I thought I was backing up into that cutout right there. I thought I had plenty of clearance because I had been going back and forth, and just the side of my track So we got 2 spots that I had to eat crow or eat. I was ashamed of. It was embarrassing. This ground is a little low. We did do a benchmark where it's supposed to be out of the floodplain. So, but we needed to raise this. I raised this about 18 inches. I'm trying to take some of it off. This driveway we know is going to have a little bit of roll around of slope on it. But I'm wanting to get the driveway out here built up where it slopes higher here, where we can drive straight into the, have a pad. That way they'll have a concrete pad out here, and this will be a lot smaller transition. One of the first things I've ever had to, I've done trenches differently, but I was able to get a trencher and run the water line or I did the trench, the plumber set the line, but I think it was 900 feet we following the through the pasture. The meter set over there by the road. I just dug a 24, so it's probably 30 inch in a lot of places, but mostly 24 inch with the trencher, and it comes over here. Got that set in. Everything's a little roughed in right now. There's going to be a lot of more digging, not necessarily what I'll do, but I am looking forward to, as time goes on, we're going to have this try to be done in next summer. I'm not a landscaper, but I really enjoy moving the dirt and seeing the transformation of what you get from just raw ground to where we're at now. One of the most challenging things is downtime. If you don't have something lined out and then you go a few days thinking, oh Lord, what am I going to do? But that is also not a bad thing for me, because it gives me time to actually enjoy I'm not really semi-retired. I say that to people, but I'm retired from what I have done for the last 38 years. And so I really enjoy what I do. But I love when I help people and they say, man, that looks so much better than I would have thought, and I'm learning, every day. I'm 60 years old. And I wish I would have done this years ago. Sometimes some of my challenges also is slopes and measurements. I'll put my stakes up, everything looks great, and then when I check grade or something, it doesn't look like it's off, but it'll be off a little bit, and it's pretty aggravating. It's a simple fix if you've got enough material. But anyway, I tell my wife over the last 2 years, thinking about going into this business or trying to do this, I've got a college education in YouTube. And there's some great channels out there that help. And this is not a do-it-yourself channel, because I'm learning. But if there's something I've come across, and I've gone through that issue before, if I can help somebody, that's fine. One thing about me is I'm pretty mechanical, so I'm able to do my own work, mechanical work. So if it's not under warranty, I'm fixing it. Hopefully have some more videos coming out soon. I've got some family members that are doing the editing for me, because guys, I don't know what I'm doing. Who knows? Maybe in 30 days or 6 months, I'll have 10 followers, subscribers. So if you happen up on me, like and subscribe. G&S Groundbreakers.